Good morning. Welcome to Pot Tarot. It is September 16th. My name is Ryan, and I am broadcasting from the beautiful state of Maine. I am in Hamden, Maine. Just went to Dunkin' Donuts and got my pumpkin spice signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. It is absolutely delicious. We are going to do some Pot Tarot. Today's strain is called Air Force One. Air Force One is a dominant uplifting hybrid strain that is prepared to us by Vibes Cannabis in Bangor, Maine, where I get all my pre-rolls for a low price of I get 30 pre-rolls, 31 gram pre-rolls for $144. This one is Air Force One. It is an uplifting dominant sativa, and we are going to fuck around and find out and pull some tarot. So I want to ask the highest God in attendance today to guide my words and everything that I say. Make this talk clear and concise. I'd like this to be uplifting. Oh. How was your night? Breakfast of Champions right here. Weed in the morning. 7:30 in the morning, we're having some weed. 7:30 John. What 7:30 John, the people don't understand, is reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is 3:7 John. You must be born again. Genesis 1:29. God says, I give you all the green plants. The seeds will be food for your body. Genesis 32:30. The pineal gland. The pineal gland is the spiritual soul of the humans. It's a pine cone. It looks like a pine cone in the brain. I'm in the state of Maine. State of Maine's license plate is a pine cone. I am spiritual. You're welcome. Fuck around and find out. You got demons, so do I. My demon's in a Challenger. It's a Challenger. It's a Dodge Challenger. Dodge Challenger Demon 170. Do you know what the Demon 170 stands for? Proverbs 170. Proverbs 1:7. Fear is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, but fools say there's no God. Fools say there's no firmament. That's not real. That's what fools say. The Bible has been out for 414 years as of today. If you take 2025 and you subtract 1611, you come up with 414 years from today. The King James Bible was released. .414 Revelation makes you wonder that why the Bible, every single number, every single verse is numbered, right? Makes you wonder? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's a Bible numbers time code. Let me explain. It's 7:39 in the morning right now in Hamden, Maine, on the East Coast in the United States. It's 7:39 in the morning. In China, the country China, it's 7:39 at night because China is 12 hours time zone difference from Bangor, Maine. "7:39 John" is a Bible verse. Reverse engineering, 9:37 John. You're talking to him, you see him. Religion needs you to go to church. Religion without church doesn't exist. Church needs people there. Religion needs people. Without religion, church is closed. All church is a person, a human, male or female, who gets up behind a podium, pulpit as they call it, and tells you what they want you to know about the 66-book Bible, if they're Christians. Because that person either went to seminary school or went to a university that people teach about the Bible. I've never understood seminary school. They go to learn about the Bible, but the Bible is 66 books, and it's a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. It can't be taught by narcissistic males and females. The definition of a personal relationship is you have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Everyone's relationship with Jesus Christ is going to look different. There's no two people that have the same relationship with Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ meets you where you're at. Meaning, if you're a baby Christian, what are baby Christians? A baby Christian is someone that says, "Jesus, I believe in you." And that's it. They don't understand the Holy Spirit. They don't understand Romans 12:1. There's no such thing as sacrificing their own body. See, a baby Christian sacrifices their time. They sacrifice their money to go to church. That's what a baby Christian does, because they're trying to understand who Jesus is. And let's face it, church is only as good as the pastor that's preaching. You ever been to a church and been like, "Holy fuck, this person sucks"? I have. Pretty much all the churches I go to. See, as an undercover, when you're like an undercover boss and you watch The Undercover Boss, Waste Management, and you're like, why the fuck is there 350 versions of Christianity just in America? Is what I ask myself. And then I'm like, you know what? It's gonna suck, but you need to fuck around and find out and go check it out and see what these people are doing and saying. So I did. I went around Bangor, Brewer, Hamden, Aroostook County, down east. You know, real Maine. And I would go to these churches, and I would go in and sit there and listen. And all I would hear is hypocrites. I would look around and I'd see a bunch of obese people. Like, huh? Then I'd listen to them and I'd hear them say, "Oh, we've been at this church for 20 years. Been at this church for 20 years, but no one's told you Romans 12:1, a living sacrifice of your body is a true and pleasing worship to God." Do you look in the mirror and see your light body, or do you look in the mirror and see your dark body? Now, mirrors only reflect light, because you can stand in the dark and look in a mirror and you can't see your reflection. Does that mean you're a vampire? Do you watch your light body? If I had to rate this Air Force One on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a strong 7. It is a fucking strong 7. Because we're at 10 minutes and it's not gone yet. Your light body is your higher self. Your higher self has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with church. Your higher self understands that Jesus Christ came to this earth and sacrificed his life for you. Jesus absorbed your sins, so you no longer have to sin anymore. But you still do. Why? Because you don't have faith, is what a baby Christian. See, a strong Christian knows what John 6:66 says. See, John 6:66 is the saddest verse in the Bible, because when Jesus told his disciples this, they all left him. Probably went to something like this. Repeat after me, guys. Hey, girls. I lived. Now we're going to reverse that and look in a mirror. Devil eye. Devil, I am 6'6", 222 pounds. Devil, I got 30 tattoos in the last 4 years. Devil, I work out 1 minute a day, every single day in front of a mirror, because I have CRPS. I have the most painful scientific disease known to man, with no cure. Devil, I know the difference between good behavior and bad behavior. Devil, I understand karma doesn't forget you and karma doesn't forget you. Devil, I understand that if you want forgiveness, ask Jesus. Devil, I understand that I've been deceived by Americans, by the people that I've trusted. Devil, I know I'm 52 years old. Revelation 5:2. Devil, I understand anagrams. I understand that NASA T- is a direct anagram for Satan. I know that Santa is a direct anagram for Satan. You ever think Santa, a big fat guy in a suit? In a red suit that brings you gifts? Big fat guy. So obviously I'm mocking on Romans 12:1. There's two types of people in this world. And it's funny because everyone has the same choice. There's believers in Jesus Christ and there's assholes. Non-believing assholes. Infidels, as the Bible says. Antichrist, as the Bible says. See, 1 John 4:3, it's not one person that's the Antichrist, it's a collection of assholes. It's all you people out there that identify, I am spiritual, not religious. And then when I ask a clarification, I'm like, oh, so what's your favorite Bible verse? See, that's all you can do. All you gotta do is ask people that say I'm spiritual, what's your favorite Bible verse? And you know what they'll say? Odds are they'll say, oh, I'm not religious. Well, then you know that that's the Antichrist spirit. Here's what it is. It's probably looking good in a little bikini top covered in tattoos, but it's an Antichrist spirit. You know, Antichrist spirit, the hailstorms of the world do not disturb the in this moment, the horse. Yeah. The in this moment fighter. Those are the women I'm talking about. Antichrist women. They use sex appeal. They use sex to trick you. Why do you think that these tarot readers out there that are highly successful, if you look at them, most of them are wearing something skimpy? Why? Because sex sells. Because they're looking for those likes. They want you to join. They want you to join their monthly program. It's prostitution. It's modern day prostitution. OnlyFans showed me that. See, I joined OnlyFans as not as a content creator, but as to just talk to these women and just find out, like, why do you do it? Money. Money's why they do it. See, what they do is they all make these OnlyFans. You know, in America, in the world actually, in the world, there's 2 million content creators on OnlyFans. 2 million in the world. Do you know there's 200 million people that subscribe to OnlyFans? 200 million people have accounts. That's a lot of watchers. That's a lot of watchers. So I talked to a few of these women, and they'll all be like, hey, nice, you know, whatever it is, but then they're free page, and then you go to their page and there's nothing there. What they do is they send you these little instant messages. Hey, I made a video for you. $32, click here and you can see this 8-minute video of me doing whatever. Or, hey, I got this special video, I made a scene with a friend, $100. $100, you get to watch me get fucked by a friend. Yeah. Isn't that modern day prostitution? It is. All you're doing is you're charging people money to watch you get fucked or watch you do something with yourself. How is that different than prostitution? It's not. It's the same. It's just it's virtual reality. So is that okay? Because in the laws in America and around the world, they say prostitution is illegal. They're saying a woman or a man can't sell their body and have sex with someone else who wants the body because it's illegal. It's only illegal if you're not wealthy. If you're wealthy, you can buy the judicial system. That's been proven. You can buy, you know, the legislative department. That's been proven. Why is the legislative department of the government 532 voting members? Why is every single one of them a millionaire? Did you ever wonder that? Every single one of them is a millionaire, and every single one of them is going to have to explain to the state that they represent, why is your salary 2 to 3 times the median income of the state that you represent? Where's the fair justice there? Look at all the benefits the politicians get, and they say that they're representing the states. I'm 52 years old, and I'm here to tell you that the politicians are no longer needed in America. If you remove politics, and you remove both political parties, and you just had one government, and you were hired to do the government, but you're not hired on a blue side or a red side, you're just hired as a government employee, just our side, you wouldn't have all these problems, because you would have competent leaders that would be like, do you want to do your fucking job, or do you want to be fired? You know, we wouldn't have the situation where we have a narcissistic president that's going to fuse in a cryptocurrency, a fake currency backed by his family. That was a synchronicity. That's getting the fuck out of it. Synchronicity means that the spirit's saying that they either want you to say something or they don't. For whoever's watching this right now, cryptocurrency is going to cause World War III. And World War III, call it an intuition. I'm a psychic. Not everyone's psychic. I have intuition. Not everyone has intuition. I'm a psychic medium, and I'm warning you people. Warning you people that if you fuse, the Americans fuse cryptocurrency, a fake monopoly, it fucks up the global currency, it fucks up the value of gold, it fucks up everything. So other countries are not going to go for it. They're not. We're at a pivotal moment that the administration needs to be replaced in this country. And you people know it. But you people say that, oh no, he's just a stone guy. He's just a stone guy, and he just smoked a fucking Air Force One, so this is the pot talking. Just like alcohol, it's the alcohol talking. Is it now? So all you doctors and scientists and all you people out there that think that cannabis is just a drug, and you think that I'm intoxicated right now, and you think that I'm not talking about this, well, this talk is for you, motherfucker. This talk is for you. So I'm talking directly to you. I'm talking directly to you. You need to stand in front of that mirror. Go find a mirror right now Get up out of your cubicle, get up out of your NSA desk, whatever you're doing, go stand in front of a fucking mirror, look at yourself in the eye and say, I lived, and then look at yourself in the eye and say, devil, I. Devil, I did this. Devil, I chose my career. Devil, I work for assholes. Devil, I work for the secular government that censors people but tells that we're going to be transparent. Think about the hypocrites. The hypocrites of a government that says that we're secular. Where secular says that we don't do anything with religion, but yet we give fucking Israel how much money? And they're a religious country. Why? That's hypocrite 101. It's a political corruption scheme. Dating back to 1947, the war in Israel. Oh, I googled St. Joe's Hospital, just so you know, was created in 1947, so there's a fucking synchronicity. Israel, St. Joe's Hospital. St. Joe's Hospital, I've had all my surgeries there, so I spent fucking 15 days there. I might be stuck there permanently. Maybe this is like a quantum leap, like you fucking died back then and you're just playing out. I've often wondered that. You know, that's weird, right? I've often wondered when people die, what happens? Do you wake up in like a void, like Supernatural, and you're like Castiel, and you're like, fuck, it's dark in here. And you're like, oh shit, this isn't the good place. I've seen the fucking good place. Where's Eleanor? My luck, I see fucking I see Gone in 60 Seconds, Eleanor drive by, and I'm like, fuck. Remember in Castiel, Supernatural, Castiel, for all you Supernatural fans? When Castiel was in that void and he came across the creepy version of himself that talked weird, and you're like, who the fuck is that guy? It was a lower version of him, or who you people see when you look in the mirror, you non-believers. So all you non-believers that look in the mirror and say, I live, devil, I, say hi to the devil, because it's you. This is really good. Signature large hot pumpkin spice signature latte. Latte just means it has a bunch of shit in it. It has like 4 pumpkin swirls, 4 vanilla shots, milk, 1 whipped cream, 1 drizzle, 1 cinnamon drizzle. It's like a dessert. The health people would be like, no, you don't want to drink this because it has like 1,000 calories and it's bad for you. Fuck you, your body needs calories, so your body needs something, so you gotta eat something. All these people that were, I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you. When I was 277 pounds and I wanted to lose weight, naturally, because that's what I do. You lose stuff naturally. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no magic pill. There's no magic shot. There's just fucking fake pills and fake shots. It's funny because the shots make you feel like you're full and shrink your stomach, but people say that, oh, I want that. It was a side effect for a diabetes drug. Oh, I want that. It's $400 a month. Oh, I want that. Insurance covers it now. How does insurance cover GLP-1s that were indicated for diabetes? So they were approved for diabetes when they came out. I fucking sold Actos, so Byetta in 2006 came out, was a GLP-1 for diabetes. It sucked. We laughed at the Lilly rep saying, fuck you, this drug sucks. You really think that people are gonna take this over an oral pill when they can take an oral? I'm like, no. So I didn't do anything. So then all of a sudden, all these years later, from 2006 to 2025, what does the FDA do? They're like, oh, fuck. Lilly said, you know what? 15% of we got a 15% weight loss. Oh, let's market that. Let's market it as a weight loss, 15%. That's going to be placebo because we have to compete it against nothing. All companies have to compete their drugs versus placebo, which is nothing. Every company has to do that except Moderna. Moderna didn't have to do that. The government gave them a hall pass and said, the government said, we're going to give you $450 million to not compare your COVID RNA, wink, wink, to anything. We just want you to fucking make it. And then we're going to we're going to hire doctors that are going to say it's safe and effective, like Fauci. Didn't that guy go on record and say that once you have the vaccines that you'll never get another COVID? And he's had it, what, 5 times? Think about how stupid the average person is and realize that half of them are stupider than that and called doctor. Physicians follow a serpent, so they're Satan. So it is what it is. So if you're a physician in this world, there's 12.8 million physicians in the world. Google 12:8 Revelation. Read that, drink your coffee, and shut the fuck up. Physicians in this world follow Greek mythology. These fucking guys. Every day these fucking guys come here. They follow Greek mythology. Well, Greek mythology, they follow the god of medicine. So, physicians, there's 12.8 million physicians in the world. 12:8 Revelation, that's a direct code to you. It's not my fault that you guys don't know this. You know, it's 2025. 2025, basic math says 2025 minus the King James Bible equals 1611 minus, so 2025 minus 1611 equals 414 years ago. So 414 years ago today, the Bible was released in this year, and it said this, that physicians were Revelation 12:8. So 414 years into the future, Revelation 12:8, if you Google how many physicians are in the world today, that is some Harry Potter magical shit right there. So Revelation 4:1-4. Now, you physicians in the world, again, it's like men on fire. I wish I had more, you had more time. But you don't. Genesis 3:1. What season are we coming into? Genesis 3:1, the fall. Well, what's the fall say? Well, the fall says that God created a serpent. This serpent was more crafty than any of the other animals that God created. Serpent. What is a serpent? Another name for a serpent? A snake. What is the 2 medical symbols on this planet? Snakes. So they follow Satan. No. They follow Greek mythology. According to the World Health Organization, a business secular organization that says that we don't believe in the Bible and we don't believe in Jesus, they say that we follow business and we're business people. Well, as a fellow person that has a bachelor's degree in business administration from Husson University, go Eagles, what you're saying is hypocritical. You're saying that you choose to believe in physicians and Greek mythology, not the Bible. Well, use your artificial intelligence and Google, is Greek mythology real? The answer is no. And then Google, is placebo real? And the answer is no. So if the things that you compete your fake chemicals against is not real, and Greek mythology is not real, then why the fuck do you people, the United Nations and the World Health Organization, use the god of medicine, the rod of Sisyphus, as your symbol? Please have one of your educated people make a comment down below. Oh, you have no answer? Okay. So maybe your smart people, the physicians, the 12.8 million physicians, well, they follow the Cadius. That's also a Greek mythology. Obviously, physicians didn't pay attention to Greek mythology in the 12 years of education. What do you guys do? What do you men and women do in 12 years of education to become physicians? You sit around and stroke each other's egos and saying, oh, I can't wait to wear my doctor's coat. I can't wait to get my pen with a snake on it. Because I'm part of a club now. I follow Satan. I'm a professional Satan follower. Shit. See, the Cadius, it's Hermes. Who's Hermes? Hermes is the messenger of the gods. Where have you heard the messenger of the gods before? Little thing called COVID, when an RNA messenger came out, that little thing that, the Moderna, modern Apple. See, these people don't believe in the Bible, so these people think that they're being smarter than you and they're mocking the Bible. And there's people like me that's saying, fuck you. I caught on to your game. I caught on to your little hand signals, your little triangle, your little Illuminati signs for your news. All these TV shows that have these hand signals that I'll show you what they do. Then you guys can know. Anytime you see anyone going like this, where there's a camera around, this is an Illuminati sign. This is the vagina sign, because they believe in Eve. They believe in the fallen Eve. They believe in Lilith. So Lilith, the vagina, yeah, that's what they believe in. So anytime you see that, it's the weaker humans on this planet. It's the humans on this planet that have no spiritual strength. It's the people on this planet that hide behind numbers. They hide behind other darkness, because darkness is weak, and once darkness is exposed, darkness turns on each other. I mean, look at the president, how quickly he turned on Epstein. Oh, that creep? Oh, that creep. Google this right now. Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, Google this right now. Healthcare. What's this guy's name? Arthur something. Healthcare guy. Palm Beach, Florida. West Palm Beach, Florida. Donald Trump purchased a $36 million house at bankruptcy auction of a healthcare guy whose name is linked to the Epstein list. Coincidence, right? Just a coincidence that Donald Trump decided to buy a house at bankruptcy for $36 million from a guy who went bankrupt in the healthcare industry and has been directly named as one of the Epstein people. Oh, how did Donald Trump know about that house being at bankruptcy? That's a good question. See, Jeffrey Epstein and Trump were friends. They're more than just acquaintances. See, Epstein invited Trump, hey, I want your business, check out this property. I'm going to buy this at a bankruptcy for $36 million. And Trump went over and looked at it and said, yeah, good. Then Trump, at the auction, shh, I'm going to outbid you. You can't do anything about it. That's what he said. What? I don't know, I brought you here to look at it, not to fucking buy this. So he bought it for $41 million. $41 million. And here's the shady part, because who is this guy today? Look what happened to that property. 2 years later, he sold it to Russians for $90 million. Some Russian fertilizer person. How did he know? How did he know these people? Did they look him up on True Social and say, hey, I want to buy this. I'll give you $90 million for this property that you paid $41 million for just a couple of years ago, but we're going to tear it down because it has mold. So you paid $41 for a property that has mold. Sounds a little fishy, right? The whole Russian ties, though, that sounds fishy. Do we as Americans know what the definition of political corruption is, or are we as Americans just said, fuck it? Just like the Bible, we don't care. I'm trying to be as honest with 340 million Americans as I can. But when you're deceived at the highest levels, meaning that your space program receives $69 million a day to deceive people. receives $25 billion a year from taxpayer money. Do you realize there's 80 countries in this world that have space programs? 80. So 80 countries have space programs. How many people have left this planet? It's a good question. Google that. How many people have left this planet? With 80 countries having space programs, and as frequently as, America says that they send people to wherever they send them, isn't it interesting that only like 700 people have ever left this planet according to artificial intelligence? Through 80 countries. So 80 countries, and there's only like 700 people? Well, that's like what? 6 to 7 per country? If that's ever gone to wherever they go? Where do you think they're going? The Bible says that God created the sun, God created the moon, God created the stars and put them all under a firmament to separate the waters from above from the waters from below. Well, if the earth is 70% water, then what's above? As above, so below? Do you think if the earth is 70% water, that above the earth is 30% water? Maybe that's above the firmament? Maybe that's why at night all the stars light up and it looks like they're underwater, because something's shining above that's illuminating it. It's a good theory, right? Because what illuminates the stars? Did you ever notice a sunset or a sunrise that behind the sun it looks like it's in a fishbowl? Meaning that you can recreate this. Take a cake bowl, the cake dish that you put over a cake, a glass one, at night, and flash a flashlight in the corner of it and see how it illuminates up. It's just like a sunrise and sunset. So you can slowly introduce the light and you can see it going up as it illuminates up. And then you take the light away and it gets darker, slowly. It's physics. It's basic bitch 101. It's push-pull. It's as above, so below. See, I do this because I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. And then I go in and I'm like, did that make sense? Because I ask the spirit, like, if you want to talk about something, we'll talk about something. I mean, I can pull tarot cards if you want, but my coffee gets cold. So, I'm a magician, so I need to drink my coffee first. I'm at 37 minutes. I posted a fucking video yesterday that was an hour and a half and it loaded in like 5 minutes. How is that fucking possible? Because the Holy Spirit is the artificial intelligence algorithm. I'm trying to explain that to you. To me or to everyone, but to everyone, because think of me as talking to my reflection. That's a good one. Think of me as Castiel. Well, who you see in the mirror, that's my higher self, and who I'm talking to is my lower self. So I'm trying to create the best version of myself, body-wise, spirit-wise, and mentally. And I can only do that through Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ is the great physician. So Jesus Christ saved me. So for all you people that have watched my videos and be like, oh, he needs to be saved. Fuck you. You stand in front of you, man, you take up your own cross, you hypocrite. Fuck you. I'm 6'6", 222 pounds. What are you? Yeah, so anyway, I believe in Jesus. So fuck you. Yeah, okay, he gets it. It's funny because no one says anything to me. So no one. I don't get any comments. I don't get any criticism. I don't get any hate. Hey, you know what I do get though? I get the same fucking person. And it's weird too because I've taken pictures of this just to track it. I'll make comments on different tarot readers' page. I'll get the same comment from this account. And it'll be this big, long fucking message with the same fucking phone number. Call me on WhatsApp or whatever it is. Same thing. And it's happened like 6 times. Grow some fucking balls and send me a fucking message directly. I'm not going to use fucking WhatsApp. People who use WhatsApp or other countries are scammers. I mean, you think about how stupid the average person is and realize half of them are fucking using WhatsApp because they're in another country. Because 8 billion people in this fucking world. There's only 340 million Americans. You know, but the Americans think that we're fucking special. Well, we are, but the world doesn't exist without Americans. So American might be the great Satan, but the world needs the great Satan. If you world members, if you world leaders want forgiveness, fucking ask Jesus. So if not, then shut up. You know, don't poke the fucking bear. You know, the leadership that you're seeing here is not the character of the United States. What you're seeing here is a leadership of a bad leadership. It's a bad leader. So bad leaders are, you want a good leader? Obama. Obama was a good leader. You have to judge, you have to listen to what a man says and you watch what he does. So you listen to how a man talks, whether he's acting or not. If you're acting, you're eventually gonna fuck up. I mean, look at all the actors in Hollywood that are fuck-ups. You know, you're gonna fuck up eventually. Obama had class. You can't teach class. Class, respect. You can't fake emotions. You can't fake when someone attacks you and you just want to fucking grab them and shake them like a fucking glow stick until their light comes on inside of them, regardless of the color, because there's many different colors of glow stick, but you get the fucking metaphor, right? And then you watch like this president, who's gonna go down as the worst of all time. He's the worst, just rude, belligerent, narcissistic. Everything's about him and everything's about money. Money, lust, lies, and sex. It's exactly what you see. If the devil was a person, that would be it. It would. For all you people out there that thought Obama was the devil, you look at Obama and what Obama did, and you look how Obama talked to people, and you look at Obama's respect level around the world compared to this current president. Which one's the devil? They're polar opposite. So, unfortunately, America's telling me that they prefer Trump over Obama. Sleepy Joe didn't do anything, let's face it. He was just happy to be there. He was just a 50-year politician that's like, what year is it? Yeah, you want to do what? Okay. You want me to pardon my kid even though I said I wouldn't? I mean, what parent's not going to do that, right? But it just makes your integrity it makes your presidency look like it wasn't worth anything. You know, if you allow your family members to financially gain from your presidencyship, that is political corruption. That's no different than insider trading on Wall Street. People go to prison for that. But when you're in politics, you're paid a salary. That should be your salary. There shouldn't be any other hidden compensation. There shouldn't be any other political contributions by pharmaceutical companies. Wink, wink. Let's keep marijuana Schedule 1. Wink, wink. The healthcare industry in America is worth $7 billion. Wink, wink. The pharmaceutical industry in America, in the world, is worth $1.7 trillion and expected to grow to $2.3 trillion by 2033. Wink, wink. The RNA market is expected to dominate and grow because the AI, supposedly the AI technology, says there's 185,000 things wrong with the body. Wink, wink. That just means there's 185,000 new treatment options just waiting for a narcissistic doctor to say, hey, guess what? I come up with a new disease. But don't worry, we have a new treatment solution already. It's already made. Holy fuck, that's a house of cards just waiting to happen. And since Moderna set the precedent with the FDA lost the integrity. So the FDA science department just needs to go away. You lost your integrity. You allowed Moderna to put out the vaccine without going up against placebo. So there's no such thing as safe and effective anymore. It's just Operation Warp Speed. Let's get it out as fast as possible. Let's just do it. Because we're going to do it first. Because the same thing. It's no different than the race to the fucking moon. You know, when the people said they're going to the moon. Well, the Russians said, we're going to go there first. No. Americans are going to fake it. They're going to fake it because we need to be first. So the whole vaccine history repeats itself. Same exact thing. We're going to fake it. Yeah, we're going to fake it. How are we going to fake it? Well, we have to do it on a global event. So we have to get a lot of people involved. Makes you wonder why right now with this whole Event 201 and all these countries that were invited to the mock pandemic back in 2019 set up through the United Nations, Johns Hopkins. So Johns Hopkins did Event 301, 3.5-hour pandemic of what would it look like if COVID hit? What would it look like if a virus hit, like the Outbreak movie, like the I Am Legend, what would it look like for the government? Read the description of Operation Warp Speed. Read the description of Event 201. Read the participants of who they invited, and then map. This is a good fucking smoking gun. Look at the countries that went, that represented their country. Wherever they came from, it's documented. And look at what happened 3 months later, and then look at when their country started with COVID and what they do. And the reward for all these countries is going to be in 2030. 2030, the Agenda 2030 plan through the United Nations. See, once the United States, Trump, fuses in cryptocurrency, the Trump cryptocurrency, it's going to be the one currency of the world. One currency of the world, and it's going to be run through the United Nations. See, the United Nations says that they're already in 195 countries. Google, how many countries are in the world? 19.5 Exodus. So, 195 countries that say that 2030, Agenda 2030, they're going to have their own currency. They have their own doctors because there's 12.8 million physicians. And the physician sign is the rod of Josephus. The rod of Josephus is the god of medicine. Well, what happened to the god of medicine? What did happen to the god of medicine? The god of medicine fucked around and found out, and Zeus shoved a lightning bolt so far up his ass, it came out his mouth and it killed him. Do you ever think that lightning is a direct representation of artificial intelligence? Why is Moderna, why is World Health Organization the leader in artificial intelligence? Combining artificial intelligence with science into medicine is because they want to switch the game. They know that their time is limited, meaning that the pharmaceutical industry, the game's over. They know that they fucking suck. How do they know they suck? You people know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Between the years of 2012 and 2022 in America, there were 14,000 once approved FDA drugs on the market one day, pulled off the market the other day. Some made the news, some didn't, most didn't. 14,000. To put that in direct comparison to today, there's 20,000 drugs that are currently approved for doctors in America, physicians, to write to patients. 20,000. 14,000 were recalled. Now I'm going to give you a direct comparison to the physicians. Now, in America, you can be a physician's assistant, you can be a nurse practitioner, you can write a certain level of prescriptions based on your education. That's what the government says. That's what the drug enforcement agent says. They give all these people a license and say, fuck around and find out. Just try to kill as few people as possible is what they say. That's what they say. That is what they all say. Fuck around and find out. So, cannabis, Botero, cannabis has been made illegal since 1960. Well, actually, it's been illegal since 1961 around the world. Why has it been illegal around the world? Because the United Nations, the same people that are the leader in artificial intelligence, combining it now, they say they don't believe in the Bible, remember? They're secular. Yeah, they believe in, their statue outside of their Geneva, Switzerland is Shiva, the god of destroyers, the creation of creating worlds and destroying worlds. So what they're doing is they're using that logo and they're using that religion and they're using the dark energy from the portals in CERN to make people evil, is what they're doing. So they're saying that trust us, but they follow Satan. So Satan's in the Bible, remember? Genesis 3:1. So remember, 414 years ago from today, the Bible was released to like 6 generations ago of your grandfather. So they had that Bible and they could read that and like, oh shit, Satan is a snake and the serpent is the medical symbol in 2025. There's 2 medical symbols and both of them are snakes. Snakes shed skin. Snakes cold-blooded. Leviticus 11:44, Leviticus 11:45. I don't know. I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, if Jesus Christ is the great physician, meaning that Jesus Christ can heal the body, can heal the mind, and can heal the spirit, you people deny that because you people are one-dimensional. And you physicians say, no, I don't believe in the spiritual world, and I don't believe. You made that choice. You don't believe. So you say that you believe in what you can see. Well, no, you believe in what you want to believe. Because there's 20,000 drugs on the market for you as a doctor to write for a patient. You, as one of the 12.8 million physicians, or there's 1 million physicians in America. So 1 million practicing physicians in America. In that same time period from 2012 to 2022, out of that 1 million physicians, 850,000 of them were paid $12 billion by the pharmaceutical industry and by medical device industry. So you physicians can take your fucking ego, roll up all your money and shove it up your ass. Because you people have all been bought and paid for by pharmaceutical industry worth $1.7 trillion and the healthcare industry worth $7 trillion. Why is the healthcare industry worth $7 trillion? Because you have all these unnecessary this new diagnostic scans and all these fictitious labels of blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, thyroid, all the things that go wrong with the body that you people think is wrong. But you sane people say, no, I don't believe in the Bible. The Bible's been out for 414 years. Yeah, I'm not religious. It's not a religious. So if you're religious, you go to church. It's not religious. So church, if you're religious, you go to church because you like the celebration. You like the song and dance. You like the pretty Easter and Christmas and fucking events. You like that. You know, women like that. You like the entertainment. You like the arts. You like the theatrical. You like the praise Jesus. You like all that. It's community. It's fun. It's like, we're going to have fun. We're around believers. At what level are you a believer? You know, do you look in the mirror and say Romans 12:1? All you obese people that identify yourself as Christians. It's a question. It's a fair question. I can ask a question. You know, I can have an opinion about something, but see, this is the problem with Americans. Americans want opinions about everything, but they don't want to hear someone else's opinion. Well, my opinion is the Bible that's 414 years old, so it's not my opinion. I'm quoting scripture that was released 414 years ago, and your ego is saying, no, it doesn't apply to me because I have free will. Well, yeah, you have free will. You have free will to put everything in your mouth. You have free will to take your body from a toddler to an obese adult. You did that. Your body didn't happen like that. You did that. Your lack of exercise. You're on your phone and playing fucking 200 levels of Candy Crush. Laying in bed eating fucking Cheetos. Saying, oh, life sucks. There's no God. Life sucks. Everything is doom and gloom. And then you watch fucking news. And then you feed into the news because you start talking about the news with other people and they're like, and then you're like, oh, I'm all depressed. I'm anxious. Then you go to your doctor and your doctor's like, well, I'll take your pill. I'll give you a pill for that. And then you have to go to your pharmacy and you're like, holy fuck, I gotta pay $50 a month for this? For a copayment? What the fuck? The spiritual people are like, oh, just go outside, go walk in the woods, go lay by a tree, connect with a tree, feel the roots, feel the energy from Mother Gaia and Mother Nature. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Who's Mother Gaia? Mother Gaia is a fictitious name. It's not in the Bible. If it's not in the Bible, it's not real. Just like boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're not married, you're single or you're married. It is what it is. I'm single, but I live with a widow. So I offered to marry her. She doesn't want to get married, so it is what it is. You can't force people to love you. You can't force people to believe in what you believe in. I believe in the sanctions of marriage. I do. I believe that when two people come together, then two people come together, it's a yin and the yang, and there's no more I want to do this or I want to do this. It's we. What do we want to do? Where do we want to live? What do we want to do? But I don't have that because, see, I was married once, so I understand what that is. I understand when I was married for 15 years, my wife wanted, to move to Bangor from Hamden. And I was perfectly content, but she's like, I want our kids to go to Bangor because I went to Bangor and I want to stay home with them, until they go to school. I want that experience because I didn't have that as a kid. Fine. You have identified your dream. I'm a dream maker. Fine, let's make it happen. And that's what we did. So she stayed home with the kids. I built this bigger house than I should have, you know, 3,800 square feet, 3,400 square feet, 3 levels, finished basement, you know, finished, but it served a purpose. So everyone is compromised. You know, we picked out, she got the kitchen she wanted, she got the laundry room, she got the garage, the breezeway. I got the finished basement. Finished basement was mine. I painted it Yankee blue. I put Yankee colors of the blue couches, hardwood floors, so it looked like a bat. It's nice. Put a pool table down there, had a Bud Light sign, you know, one of those Bud Lights that hang off in it. Had a mini fridge, and then in the corner, I had a Texas Hold'em poker table. So I was the guy that would host poker at my house and have 10 of my friends over, and we would fucking play poker. And one of my friends come over and says, I feel kind of out of place here. I'm like, why? And he goes, I'm the only person here out of this fucking group that's not a pharmaceutical sales rep. And we looked around and we're like, yeah, but you're a financial rep, so you fucking... And he's like, yeah, but... I'm like, what? Well, how about we go to you with all the money that we make and you can invest it? And he's like, that sounds good. He did graduate from Harvard, so... Yeah, so that was me. I did do a lot of stuff. So I haven't always been a... And the thing about poker, I hosted the poker, but I always provided beer. So Bud Light and snacks. And people will come over and we play 2-3 games depending on, you know, depending on how quickly you want it to go. So the people that would go all in and lose would go over and play pool or watch TV or play PlayStation. Or grab the beer and grab a beer, or go out the back deck and, you know, smoke some weed or do whatever. Because they had a fenced-in backyard, so they just go out there and hang out. And we'll put some lights out there in the deck. It was fun. So that was my entertainment. Your entertainment comes with the people you work with. So when you're a farmer rep, then you learn about other farmer reps, and you run into them in like Presque Isle, and you're like, hey, you want to grab a beer tonight? You're like, fuck it, I'm spending the night up here, why not? So then you're like, okay, you guys play poker? Well, Ryan, they call me Big Cat. They're like, Big Cat has a poker game at his house. So I'd have reps come over and go, how do I get the invite to your poker game? What do you want to play? So they come over and that's what we do. I do like a Friday night poker game. So my kids would have friends over, and my wife would be watching TV or out with her friends, and but then that just all stopped. Once I got injured, and then I turned my, once I had my surgeries, I'm like, okay, I can continue this lifestyle or I can adapt and overcome. So I replaced my poker table with a home gym. And I did it cheaply too. I went to Walmart and I bought 6 or 8 full-length mirrors, and I took the frame off and I put them on the wall and I tacked them up, so I had a wall full of mirrors. I went to Craigslist and I bought a full weight rack off of someone for like $300. That was a full fucking rack, you know, one of the professional ones you see at the gym. I just had to go get it, with 300 pounds of weights, plates. So I bought that. It came with a pull-up bar, with a pull-up and dips and preacher curl bench. So after my surgery, that's what I would do. I'd go downstairs and I would get on the treadmill to warm up. I walk a mile or 2, 3 to 4 minute pace. I'm 6'6", so. And then I'd work out and look at myself in the mirror and be like, you can do this. And I invite my son to come down and work out with me, and he's like, I don't like the basement, I don't like to work out. Okay. I invite my wife to come down and work out with me. I don't like the basement, I don't like to work out. Okay. I invite my daughter to come down and work out with me. I don't like the basement, I don't like to work out. Okay. Okay. And now I just work out 1 minute at a time in front of the mirror. I take my shirt off, I grab my 20-pound dumbbells, I grab my 25-pound kettlebell, I grab my 25-pound medicine ball, and I just pick up one of them at a time, and I'll do chest presses, shoulder presses, bicep curls, hammer curls, lats, for a minute straight. Sometimes I'll do 2 minutes depending on the song and depending on how much weed I've had. If I've had a lot of weed, then I can do more. Weed activates me, especially sativa. You put me on sativa and I can be active for a couple hours, and then after the couple hours the pain creeps back up, and I have CRPS, and the pain, it just, mentally with CRPS, any pain disease, mentally you have to come at peace with it. You have to become friends with it. You have to accept it because it's not going to go away. So people are so hard, they try to get rid of the pain, but you don't want to get rid of it. You just have to understand where it's coming from and understand what your triggers are and stay away from those triggers. For me, it's driving. So when I drive, it exacerbates my right leg's numbness and weakness, so I can't walk. It's hard to walk after I drive just small doses. It's a position the way that I'm sitting. So I don't drive. So my Challenger's in the garage. It's under a parachute cover, paid off. It's collectible. So it's a 2014 Redline. I think they only made like 2,000 of them from my research. They only made 2,000 of them it was specially ordered, meaning that it's a Redline, it's a V6, but it has the one red stripe going down it. But the person that ordered everything from the factory. So they did the Mopar tinted windows all the way around, black deep tinted windows, like the limousine tinted. They did the upgraded DVD, has a DVD screen in it, because I pushed the DVD button and fucking Goodfellas came out, so that tells you about the person that had it before. And has leather interior. You know, it looks like a Hellcat. You know, it's got that mirror black shine on the outside, so when you see it coming down the road, the sun hits it, it's like, so I can't sell it because it's in my fucking garage. So I bought a parachute cover that has the 2 red stripes, and I go out, talk to her, Lucy. So Lucy, I call her. See, I had a golden doodle, and I had a dog, and she was 13 years old when she died. She died on Halloween 3 years ago. So I put her down 3 years ago on Halloween. Talk about hard. She had a seizure the week before that, so I watched her for a week, called the vet, and they're like, yeah. Like, she's sick. She's really sick, and she's 13, and they said they can fuck around with something, but her quality of life was, incontinence issues, wasn't eating, wasn't drinking. So I had to make the decision. Me. Like, I bring her in and don't bring her out. I told her that. I told her that I would be there when she woke up. And then I left. And she was gone.